Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. You join me on a little project I was working on at home. So those of you lot who have followed me know that I have a little garage workshop at home, and I am in the process of transitioning into becoming a fully fledged mobile welder. So this is just one of my jobs. It is a stainless steel alteration. So you will see later on, or right here actually, as I'm trying to cut off a 45 set on these, I think it's Shed 10 stainless steel pipe with a PN40 flange. So basically the client was snapping the screwed fittings that was on the end of this fitting, and yeah, I don't know why they were snapping it, what they was trying to tighten up or whatnot, but yeah, it kept on snapping. It kept on snapping. So they needed the whole job to be altered, and that's where I was called in. So you saw I was using my little Femi saw to try to cut back the fittings. In my imagination, you know, stainless steel, just cut it with the saw. That's the saw that I've got. It didn't work. Not only was the blade, I guess the blade just weren't cutting through it properly, it was also getting caught up as well. So I resorted to just using my angle grinder, and you can see here I'm having to use the die grinder because they basically used a industrial sized copper cutter which crimped the pipe, so it put a bevel on the inside, which made what would be a thickness of around 4 or 5 mil. They made it about 7-8 mil thick just because how much they've crimped the material. So there was quite a bit of prep that I had to do. I washed the fittings, you know, with a bit of soapy water to get rid of all of the nasty oil and stuff, and it's just cleaner and nicer for my hands to hold. Once that's all done, now I can tack it up. So I've got purging gas coming in at the bottom, silver foil capping off the top, and all of the gas is basically coming out of the gap that I'll be welding. It's such a small pipe, it takes no time to purge, as well as the amount of flow that I had quite low flow as it goes. Obviously I pay for my gas with jobs like this, so my flow was on something slow, less than 10 liters a minute. Probably not recommended to be that low, but I was trying to save money. So yeah, that's the name of the game. Make as much money as you can while saving as much as you can, I guess. This was early on. I was basically trying to figure out how to do this. Doing it in quarters. I haven't got a manipulator, so it was basically trial and error, trying to find the most comfortable, easiest and best way that I could do this. And I believe vertical up for the root to start off with was just too uncomfortable. My hands were burning, it was so tight. There was nowhere for me to rest my body, so I was just like kind of tensing my core and just trying to freehand everything. Eventually you see me, the way how I was tacking it worked out to be the best, because I could just weld all the way around it, keep rotating, and unfortunately I could only do like quarters because I don't have a foot pedal, so I'm having to push the button, so it limits a lot of the manipulation and torch angles that I could do, because I always need to be able to push the button to basically turn the TIG on and off. So that was a little bit uncomfortable. So I routed around 70 something amps, 75 amps, and I capped it a little bit higher, so 2 runs, and it came out pretty nice. Even the tacks with the 4 tacks, I was able to, you know, melt them in nicely. My size 10 cup gave ample gas coverage. 1.6 mil 316 wire was used. My torch flow was around 20 liters a minute, and the thickness of the reducer was around 2 mil, and the thickness of the thread was about 5 mil. So it was a bit, you know, a bit of a difference with the thickness. See, because I chat to you a lot when I make my videos, I forget to give out key information, because I'm just sitting here on my sofa now watching the video, just having a little gossip. So the first 4 got taken and done, and I was working on the rest of these. They forgot to bring 2 more threads for this one. But guys, just so you know, if you're thinking about like the way how I'm doing it and I may be doing it wrong, cross-contaminating and stuff like that, bear in mind the real world works a little bit different. Example, look at them scratch marks on this thread from the whatchamacallit, the threading machine. Again, you see, I didn't provide it like this. This is from the people who's going to install it. So the real world, people don't really care crazily as much as you may think, if that makes sense. This is a perfect illustration as to how I ended up welding it. It was so much more comfortable this way. I was able to buzz around multiple ones in one go. It came out a lot better. So I'm finished, and these took me pretty much all day to do. There was a pause in the middle because I was waiting for more to be delivered. The root, let's see if we can see the root inside there. It's going to be a bit difficult. That's one way of checking it out. Let's check the next one. So again, check the quality of this thread of the pipe. Not every bit of work that you do is top spec, and this is exactly an example of it. So I'm finished, and I am going to go into my house. So I'm really hungry, I've been working all day. I'm going to wrap up the end of this video now with just sitting down talking, giving you like a little behind the scenes kind of, because I know if you've made it this far through the video, you'll probably be interested in these sort of things. So let's break down what I did. This was a rush job. This was an emergency job. I was able to squeeze them in by taking a day off of work to get this done. It took me all day on two reasons. One, working at home, a little bit slow. You go inside, all of this sort of stuff. Two, I was waiting. At a certain point, I was waiting for more to be delivered. So yeah, I was waiting for more to be delivered. So I had 4 dropped off the night before. I had 4 threads dropped off the night before, and 7, I believe, of the reducing pieces dropped off. What was happening was the threads, if you can kind of see that, the threads were snapping when they was trying to do whatever they was trying to do to it. So they needed some shed 40 stuff. This here is probably less than shed 10, so they needed some shed 40 fittings or screwed pipe, which meant a whole bunch of alterations and all that sort of stuff. And obviously I guess this is holding up the job. So that's where I came in. I quoted them £30 each. Now, to you that may seem really expensive, and to some of you lot, to some of the rest of you may think, what a bargain. For me, it's middle ground. 30 is minimum. I would have liked to have charged a bit more, just knowing what was involved. So to break down, for example, I bought some argon gas. So it's nitrogen gas, sorry. Nitrogen gas cost me £32.90 plus VAT. So about nearly £40. Used it all. Pretty much used all of it. I was trying to use as little gas as possible with this because I want my gas to last longer. I'm paying the consumable costs, so I wanted it to last longer. So that came up to like £40. Nitrogen oxide free size Y. Yep. How much litres was it? It doesn't really say. I bought argon as well. So it's a 20 kilo/litre, it says. You'll probably see it in the video. It's them, you know, them half-size bottles. Argon again. I used nearly half a bottle of this argon gas. I don't know the price exactly for that, but it comes up to like nearly £100 for that. So say for example, here's my phone. So that's £80 plus consumables. Break that down to around. Obviously, you buy packs, and it's really hard to break it down exactly. But say for the consumables, £10 on consumables. And then electricity, I don't know how much that would be, £5 maybe. So we're in it £95. So let's just round it up to £100. So then that's gone out of it. And then say, so 600 minus 100, of course, 500. Now you're gonna take your tax out of it, 20%, go straight to the tax man. So times 0.8, so that's £400 for the day. Divide that, what time is it now? It's 8 o'clock, so I've been doing it nearly 12 hours. Divide it by 12. Divided by 12. £33 an hour, which to a lot of people, of course, is a lot of money, and it is a lot of money. But when you're trying to grow a business, you need money to reinvest. All of this kit didn't come out of nowhere, so you need money to put away, to reinvest, to live your life. So in future, even bumping up an extra £5, 5 times 20, that's £100. Extra £100. 20. Say I've done all of them for £37 each for 20. That's £7.40. That's a little bit more better. But yeah, I'm gonna start breaking down some of these private jobs that I do, just so you lot can know how much money there is out there and what I make on some of these things. So with that being said, yeah, I think that's it. Although there's not all 20 here, I'm still charging the rate for 20 because they didn't bring me the rest. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you lot in the next video. Bye.